What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for this week's episode of Dragon Ball Super. Man, yo, my man Vegeta. My man Vegeta fucking goat, man. I fucking love Vegeta, man. I've already mentioned before in other videos how much I love Vegeta. He's my favorite character in Dragon Ball, but my god, was this episode probably one of his best. Yo, this is some hot shit. I absolutely love this episode. Now, before we jump into this week's episode, first, a couple things I want to talk about. First off, tonight we had we also actually it just got announced over at Crunchyroll, I believe, that Junji Ito's manga series, one of the few serialized series he has done, Uzumaki, will be getting an anime adaptation, and it will be airing on Toonami on 2020. Same happened with Fully Coolly Alternative and Progressive. This is another collaboration between Production IG as well as them for this series, which I am hyped to see. You guys know I'm a big horror fan. I love Junji Ito's work, well, at least from what I've seen of it. I haven't read any of his short stories, but I did watch the Junji Ito collection, the anime that came out last year, I think it was, or the year before that, and I absolutely loved that show. Thought it was great. I love his take on horror. His manga, his art is fucking fantastic. It's disgusting. It'll make you feel ill. It's great. Definitely check it out, and I'm definitely hyped for this series. You guys might wonder if I'm going to review it, since it is going to be on Toonami. You bet your fucking ass I will, because you guys know I love horror. And by that point, Dragon Ball Super will already be ending. Who knows when the sequel's going to come out. It was supposed to come out in July, but since everyone was saying it's coming out in July, Yanko, among a few others, Toei was like, let us delay that shit, because God forbid, we predicted that they come out. But whatever the case may be, I'll definitely pick it up. I'll definitely review it for you guys, because I'm definitely it's only going to be I think 3 episodes long. I think the whole anime is going to be, so yeah, I'm hyped to watch watch Uzumaki. Dr. Stone was great this week. I'm loving the dub cast for that show. I love the voice they got for his name is slipping my mind right now, but the guy that's so obviously the villain, the guy who killed the lion, the greatest, primate high schooler is his nickname. I'm trying to see if I can find his name. Yes, Sukasa. Love his English voice, man. You guys know that this episode where they tried to rescue Suzuha, but they ended up going with Sukasa because they're fighting against lions. And there was a scene, where where Tanjo is like, hold on, Senku, she's naked, don't look at her, pokes his eyes out. That whole scene where that happens, and because of that, we get this little flash where we see her kind of naked, where she's covering up the part she needs to cover up before we need to get her some clothes before we can do this. Which I was like, that's because after the Tamaki thing that happened with Fire Force last couple of weeks back, I was worried oh boy, they're gonna censor that, they're gonna cut that part out. What? They actually didn't. They left it completely uncensored. Good, but. One last thing I need to talk about before we jump right into the review. As you guys know, today has been quite the eventful week when it comes to Dragon Ball. Because, of course, of the leaks. The audio outtake leaks from the dubcast back 10 years ago or so from Sean Schimmel, Chris Sabat, as well as the voice of Chi-Chi. Now, like usual, I'm going to top of this level with some news that dropped about Ron Toy a couple weeks back, or earlier on this week. So, like always, guys, if you want to skip right to the review, you don't care about any of this stuff, here's your time code. So, let's talk about Ron right quick before we jump straight into the audio leaks. You guys know, if you have been following on about this case, you guys know about the whole thing that's been going on. But later on, we found out a little bit about Ron's past, where we find out that he's been divorced twice. And we find out he is actually very manipulative, very abusive towards women, and is an overall asshole, and probably also a psychopath, because we learn because if you on the Ron Toy stream, or not Ron Toy stream, Nick Ricada stream, which I did not, I just watched videos of the clips. You see everything that happens in there. You see what he did, where he beat her with his ex-wife with a remote, threatening to kill the judge, threatening to chop up her dogs. Fucking crazy shit. I was like, man, this man's legit Cleus Cassidy in hiding. And yeah, which, of course, then led to everyone asking the question, what if all of this has been a ruse not so much a ruse. I should say, what if this has all been Ron pulling the strings? Monica actually wanted, because realistically, when you see the clips, because you can find other clips from years ago, Monica and Vic, they're just fine. They're just acting like friends. Now, of course, everyone's like, oh, she's just two-faced, she's lying, she always wanted him out. But with this, because I legit do think something did happen. I think what happened between Vic and Monica did happen to some extent. Maybe they did kiss, but nothing else besides it happened. Ron found out about this, got super fucking pissed off, probably threatened her a bunch of times, and he used fear to intimidate her to do this shit to get Vic out, because he's just that fucking jealous, or he hates him that much, or whatever the case may be. I legit think that's what happened. I was actually thinking about doing a video on this, but I was like, because you guys know I started back to college, means that my free time is down the fucking drain. So I was like, I'll just talk about my super review. So because you also see her on Twitter, she hasn't really unlike Jamie, she hasn't tweeted about Vic that often. She hasn't been running away from the law. She hasn't been acting a complete ass for herself like Jamie has, or threatening to chop off his balls. None of that crazy shit. Which makes you think that this whole time, Monica might be out free. And even Rick said this on his stream. I gotta give the man his due props. He said, if it's the case that you were just that this was all that you did this out of fear, you will apologize for it. Which, good on Nick, because I legit think that's probably the case. I legit think because I mentioned in other videos, but I never after this whole thing, I've never been able to bring myself to truly hate or despise Monica for what she did. Jamie, I hate her. Ron, I never really cared much about. Now I'm like, okay, man, you fucking crazy, fuck up. You need to, don't want to lock this man up. So yeah. Now let me just jump. Now let me go from there and let me just discuss the new stuff that happened from of course from the leaks, the audio leaks. So we found out so Nick Rekieta leaked these audio clips back in the day of from Chris Sabat, Sean Schimmel, as well as a few Chief Voice Chi. These audio leaks from some random audio from some outtakes back when they were recording back in the 90s. One, of course, we had Sean Schimmel saying fucking faggot in one of them. There was a whole, hey, you guys might you suck me off to come all over your faces. There was that one. My man Chris went above and beyond. Man did a 4-minute long audio drama, Yowie audio drama with Yamcha, Mr. Popo, Kami, and Piccolo, everyone he voices in Z, minus Vegeta in a Yowie audio drama. I've mentioned before, Chris Sabat is the fucking goat, and this just proves my man was like, nah, I'm gonna make a 4-minute long audio drama by myself where I'm going to have all these guys fuck each other with the sacred ointment. My god, the meme that sacred ointment has become on Twitter has been absolutely a joy to watch. I love it. Great stuff there, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah. So, yeah. Me personally, I never, people were saying on Twitter when this first dropped, like, oh, Dragon Ball is ruined, I can't listen to the dub the same way. Chibi was like that one too, among other things. And I was like, I mean, I can understand why, because and there's also one with Chi-Chi, where she's moaning, acting like she's fucking, like, Gohan is fucking her, which, I must say, I feel so bad for Chi-Chi's English voice actor right now, man, because the woman, I swear to God, is probably dying of embarrassment right now. After that leak, she probably hasn't even left her house. She probably isn't going to leave her house for like the next month or so, because I feel bad for her because she has nothing to do with any of this, but yet she ended up getting caught in the crossfire. It's ridiculous, man. That one was just hilarious to watch, man. But the Chris Sabat one was my favorite just because, and there was also one with Krillin as well. But the one with just Sean shit, but the one with Chris Sabat was just fucking fantastic. The fact he's voicing all these characters, but now I don't know if this was all one massive take or this was. It seemed like it could have been multiple takes, or I don't know if this was just one whole take. If it was one whole take from Chris, never breaking character, never like laughing, tried not to laugh, none of that shit. My man is a fucking goat. Whatever the case may be, he's still a fucking goat, man. Honestly, at this point, it's gonna take a lot from me because I know a lot of people don't like Chris Sabat and Sean Schimmel with the advent of this case from what they've done with Dick Manana, also kind of like add him to the flames. They haven't really accused him, but they haven't really disproved him. They kind of just go on with Monica and Jamie and say, yeah, he did these things and all that other stuff. At least from some other stuff. And of course, there were some other things that happened on Twitter. But me personally, it's going to take a lot for me to hate these guys, honestly. I love both their works. Chris Sabat is a fucking fantastic voice actor. I've already praised Sean Schemmel so many times in these videos about how great he is, how well the man can scream, among other things. So, yeah, this has gone on a little long enough. The video is about 10 minutes long, and I haven't even gotten to the review yet. So I'm going to hear, guys. Overall, I thought this was crazy. Chicos came out on Twitter. I can't find the tweet right now. But he said, if I was the voice of Goku, I would do this shit too. Which, yeah, it's true. And, Blackstein came out and said that this just proves that they're just humans. This just shows they're more human, Which I agree with, and like I said before, I'm not going to turn my back on Chris Sabat. Yes, does this prove they're hypocrites? Yes, but at the same time, this is where over 10 years ago, I think we can cut them some slack. Come on. 10 years ago. These were back in the fucking 90s, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, so enough of that. So anyway, guys, let's just jump right into this review. So we started this off where we left off last week. We got Top versus 17 after they get over what happened with Frieza. So 17 tries to hit some kind of blast. Top gets immediately written with the okay, and then from there, excuse me, 17, he's just giving chase, trying to hide and run away from Top. Top is like, you cannot hide from me, okay, and hits the Hakai on the wall that 17 is hiding under or hiding behind, and so leaves this leaves this open hole, and Top's just like, what up? Before he charges towards them, and he get chase firing off the key blast, that low rapid fire thing he fired. Top fires on from his fingers. 17 is just trying to dodge, trying to keep away from the onslaught. Eventually, he ends up not. But so then Top fires off these Kylos, and 17 literally just has his guard up and just takes these hits. Like, the man doesn't try to run, he doesn't try to hide, he doesn't try to move at all. He literally just stands there taking these hits, and I'm just like watching the episode like, bro, why are you just standing there taking these hits? Is that realistically, you can't run away because, of course, Top's a destroyer and energy and everything, but, still, it still doesn't really make sense for him just to sit there and just take the hits. But whatever the case may be, he's like, since you last like your friend, I'll have to defeat you like this. Has this massive fire, summons this massive Kai blast, and is about to hit him with 17 to eliminate him. Frieza comes in there, fires off a blast at it, blows up. 17 is sent flying, but he is still in the match. So then Top looks over at Frieza. Did I do that? Me being so, I must thank you. Being so helpless does wonders for motivation. Here is my thanks! Fires off this Kai blast which surrounds and engulfs Top. Says this is something he calls paralysis, so I'm assuming this is this pretty much means he can't move. So then he fires, I don't know what he uses, but these rocks start to live, and he throws them over there at Top. And then he's like, meaningless. And then fires off a flurry of Kai blasts to get Top. Does next to no damage, obviously. He just eventually gets out of there. And then we see these I don't know what the hell you call these things that look like slices, I guess, or not slices, whatever the hell you call them, these streaks of energy. And we see, and then Top looks over and says Jiren. And Goku and Jiren. We get back there, we see Goku and Vegeta with Top firing at Jiren, still going at it. Eventually, Fear just fires off this Kai blast hurling towards Frieza and 17. They actually didn't get a man to dodge in time, so they take the blast head on. From there, Top and Jiren look at each other and nod. And then, so Jiren takes care of Goku while Vegeta gets Top. So Top looks over. So Top fights off and Jiren's like, you will fight me now. And fires off some Kai blast. Vegeta just kind of takes him for a bit and just he eventually manages to get on top of this rock above him. Fires off a final flash. Final flash. Fires off Top fires off a Kai. So they got a bit of a beef trouble, but eventually the Hakai just engulfs the final flash, and Vegeta gets out of the way before it hits him. It's like, is that all the energy you managed to muster, Saiyan? And also one of the things that I forgot to mention Top said as I like was when Top was faced off against against 17 and Frieza right before Goku Vegeta got involved. Yeah, he says, "Be grateful that you don't immediately get destroyed." I love that line. Like seriously, Top the Destroyer is fucking badass, man. I love Top the Destroyer. Anyway, after all said, Vegeta's like, I guess it pays to be destroyed. Well, I will still get those Super Dragon Balls and fulfill the promise I kept for Kappa. So then Thomas is like, just comes flying towards Vegeta and just punches him. Then he just lays the smackdown on him, fires a bunch of punches and lands an attack, and so there's also this one. So then Vegeta actually manages to counter a bit, grabs both of his face like, "You used to be a warrior for justice. Now all you seek is destroy. Quite the shit for you. Justice means nothing if it can't save my universe." He fires him back on the offense, and then sends Vegeta into Vegeta through like 3 walls, and he lands on one of them. And as for you, you fight to keep a promise? You think something so trivial can defeat a destroyer's resolve? And then, here, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Salmon once again shows why he is the GOAT. I love it. This is one of my favorite Vegeta moments ever. Like right out there when Vegeta said, during the Goku Black arc, I am the king, the principals. I am the principal Saiyans, like Prince Vegeta or whatever it was. Whatever that line was in the Goku Black arc, man. It was. Oh my god, this is what just like there. Like seriously, it's shit like this is what Chris Savin's my favorite voice actor, my favorite dub voice actor. I love Chris Savin. Oh, he's so awesome. Anyway, let's jump right into this epicness, ladies and gentlemen. So we start off with probably one of the greatest tropes in anime, the flashback why I fight trope. I fight for Bulma, for Trunks and Bulla. I fight for the oath that I made to a fellow warrior. It's like, and so it's like, and unlike you, I won't abandon that just to play God. He's just right, like the blast go, but he just fires up. He's like, what? So then Vegeta just comes charging in there and beats the living shit out of Top. He makes Top his fucking bitch, and I love it. So Vegeta's on the offense. He keeps trying to throw Hakai's, but Vegeta's dodging them, and he's like, do you really think your Tough Destroyer form will help you? That it gives the strength you need? Well, not if I have anything to say about it. To fire, he punches him and he fires off another Hakai, and then Vegeta just like has like his energy surround his fist. He goes right through the Hakai, and then he just like what? And just keeps punching and going there. Then just oh my god, this shit was so fucking awesome, man. I love this thing. So fucking epic. And so like he keeps firing up more Hakais and Hakais. And I actually like this from the dub, as you can actually hear Top sound a little bit more tired every time he fires up another Hakai. You can hear him go Hakai, and then he's like Hakai. You know, probably not bad. I don't think I did it as good as well as his English voice actor, but you can visibly hear audio. You can actually hear Top kind of sound a little bit more tired the more Hakais he fires off, which I thought that was a nice touch over there by Funimation. So props to them for that. Anyway, so then he blocks that one, and he just punches. He's like, "Only a failure abandons their pride and principles. Do you really think I'd let you stop me?" Ah! That's another punch sends Top flying, and you also got the Oh, I never forgot. When that blast was coming towards Vegeta, Beerus was like, "Get the fuck out of the way, Vegeta!" And they got this. While Vegeta's beating the shit out of Top, the destroyer of the 11th universe is like, "Use your Hakai. As long as his body survives, that's all that matters." And that's so then Vegeta brings out a move that we probably thought we would never see again. Vegeta brings out that suicidal, kamikaze, self-destructing blast thing he did from the Boo arc against Fat Boo. And we also got the whole flashback. They even play the audio and everything. And Piccolo's like, "Wait, you wouldn't use that suicidal attack again, would you?" I can't do a decent Piccolo voice at the time for now, but yeah, he uses that, and and Top fires off a huge Hakai. The Hakai actually ends up engulfing Vegeta, but Vegeta, because of his pride in his Kai, and just because he's a fucking badass, breaks through the Hakai and lances him and lands a huge explosion, sends Top out of the ring. He's back in his base form, and Vegeta, still alive, still barely on his feet. The man's now completely shirtless. And that is where the episode ends. After we see Vegeta was with Goku as well, 17, with Jiren the last guy left for Universe 11, and we see him charge up to unleash his final form. Yeah. Overall, this episode was fucking awesome, ladies and gentlemen. I love this episode. This is honestly probably one of my favorite episodes of Super. Honestly, isn't that good? I love Vegeta, and I love when Vegeta gets moments like this, man. And Chris Sabat's voice acting, man. Oh my god, man is the fucking goat. Nobody can change my mind on that. Nobody. I love Chris Sabat, man. Who cares what's going on with the case or whatever? I love Chris Sabat, and that will never change. I love him. I think the man will always probably be my favorite dub voice actor of all time, man. He is that good. I love Chris Sabat, man. I'm sure the man lost his voice after after he had to scream all a bunch for that Kai blast, for that suicidal attack, which actually, he actually posted on Twitter a while ago when he went Evolve Blue for the first time, that he actually lost his voice for that part too, as well. So, man, I feel bad for Chris's voice, because the man's constantly losing his voice with all these screams. But hey, that's dedication right there, ladies and gentlemen. And we already know about Sean Schimmel. That man can fucking scream. Anyway, guys, I'm ending here. Overall, I would give this episode a 10 out of 10, ladies and gentlemen. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. You'll like if you did, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you like it. Links down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.